Hey guys, my name's Bridget and today I'm going to talk about the 5 worst book to movie adaptations I have seen. We're going to be counting down, so 5 will be the best of the worst and the first one will be the worst of the worst. If that makes sense, okay? Are you following? Okay, let's go. Number 5, Shadowhunters, the TV series. I was really hopeful going into this TV series. I was excited. I love the Shadowhunters book and I was really hoping they would do it justice because it's the second time it's been adapted. And then they brought all this technology into it. Where did this come from? I don't feel like it kept true to the book. Now, I only watched like the first season. I do want to continue watching and see if it gets any better. Let me know down in the comments if it does, because maybe I will continue watching then. I was kind of questioning the choices here. I know they got like more than one season and I was shook. I was not a fan. I really had high hopes, but it was rough. Number 4, another Shadowhunter adaptation. The City of Bones movie was not great. Again, I really love the books. Watching the movie, you're like, what's going on with those portal things? What is happening to this plot? Just why? I do think some of the characters did a great job. I think Robert Sheehan was a great Simon. I think they did a good job with some parts, but just so much of it, I was confused and like, why did they change this? Number 3, we're going down. The Hobbit. I read The Hobbit, it's good. It's pretty short, and then they somehow made it into like 3 or 4 movies. Well, yes, it's really cinematic and everything. I don't think it needed that number of movies. It was such a short book, and like they added so much to it. Just leave it. The book is so short. I don't know why the adaptation is so long. It made it really drawn out, and it was really unnecessary in my opinion. Number 2, this is kind of controversial, I feel like, a little bit. The Vampire Diaries. I started reading the Vampire Diaries books. I really loved them. This was like when I was in the heart of my vampire phase. I was so into vampires, reading everything I could. I was reading the Vampire Diaries books and I was like, these are so good. I read like 4 of them or 5 of them, something. I have a bunch of them on my bookshelf down there. And then someone was like, there's a TV show based on these books. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I watched the first season because the first season was already done. I watched it and I went, this is nothing like the books. It's like they took the names of the characters and then the fact that they're vampires, just ran with that. Then completely disregarded everything else in the books. The books had so much plot going on. A TV show just did so much else that was not in the books. I was so confused. I do love the Vampire Diaries TV show. I thought it was great. I watched all of it. I was a fan till the end and I cried watching the last episode because I was like, this is the end and I've loved this show for so long. I've watched it for like 6 years and this is the 7th and final season and I can't believe it. I really did like the TV show. I watched the TV show and I stopped reading the books. They had a lot of books. They didn't need to go on for that long. They had a lot of plot and there were a lot of things going on. It did not transfer to the TV screen. While I don't think that's a bad thing, it was just really weird because it's called Vampire Diaries and you go into it thinking it's gonna be from these books and then it wasn't. It was so different. If you're thinking about it as a good book to movie adaptation, it really wasn't. It was a terrible book to movie adaptation. It was a good show, not good in comparison to bringing the books to life. And the final and worst book to movie adaptation I have seen, drumroll please, The Lightning Thief, the Percy Jackson movie. That exists. Sadly. I think we all knew it was coming to this. It's not good. It's really bad. It could have been so good. Percy Jackson is such an amazing series and then they just kind of destroyed it. They could have done what Harry Potter did and gotten a bunch of really young kids and cast them and then grown up with the films and with the books. That would have probably saved it a little bit because then, you know, you could possibly continue making these. So the whole thing is that he's 11 at the beginning and by his 16th birthday, that's when Kronos is going to rise again and he needs to fight against Kronos. Otherwise the gods are going to be destroyed. Logan Lerman already looks 17, 18 going into the first movie. That aging up really changes the game because the whole thing is that he's a child and he's growing up with these things and it's gonna happen to him at this age, but he's already past that age and it doesn't make any sense. So much of it was so wrong. I enjoy watching the film sometimes just for the fact that I do enjoy the casino scene when they're like, woo! It's really funny, I don't know why. And then you go watch the movie and you're like, this wasn't good. And I'm like, yeah, no duh, because it didn't follow the book. The book has so much detail with like them traveling and it just takes all of that out in the movie. It's such a sad time when you go watch the Percy Jackson movie and you see other people who haven't read the books and they're like, wow, Percy Jackson sucks. And I'm like, no, it doesn't. That's not an accurate representation of this book series that I love so much. The series is great. You just gotta give it a chance. The movie doesn't do an accurate job and do it justice because it's such a good series. You haven't read the books, you don't understand. And so many people who watch the movie and just watch the movie don't understand that. They don't understand that the book is so good because they don't know the source material and it bothers me so much that it's getting this rap. Sorry for that long rant. I needed to get those feelings out. The movie sucks, and we can just pretend it doesn't exist, like I know we mostly do. In the second movie, we don't even want to talk about that. It's a whole mess. It's a garbage fire. What even happens in the second movie? Did they even read the books going into it? At least Annabeth was blonde then, but not much else was better. They should have really done that in the first movie. Whatever. Thanks for watching my top 5 worst book to movie adaptations and letting me rant about them. Subscribe if you enjoyed this content and want more, and give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed watching me rant. Comment down below what your least favorite book to movie adaptation is, and if you agree that Percy Jackson is a hot garbage fire. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video very soon. So I'll see you guys then, okay? Bye!